Hi guys, welcome back to the workshop, the rather messy workshop. It's been a while, but I've had a lot of other projects on the go. But today we have something really a little bit special and a little bit different. I think there's a few of them floating around on YouTube. I picked this one up cheap. I will be selling it, but I'd like to get it going before I attempt to. So let's turn the camera around. It is, of course, a Steyr Puch flat 2 engine. I believe these were designed by Ferdinand Porsche. I could be completely wrong. It looks like a little mini Porsche engine. I believe it came out of a Steyr Puch, which is the equivalent of a Fiat 500 in Austria. This is the whole engine. I do not know much about them. I've already done a little bit. I've replaced this nut here because this was all hanging off when I got it. The engine actually does turn. It's free. There's a few things I've also replaced. This was missing and this was missing. I'm going to replace all the HT leads and plugs, and let's see if we can get this thing started. It does have a what do you call it, oil filter. Don't think that looks too clever. There is also a open space there, if I can move this around, where the fuel pump was, and I believe you can't get the mechanical fuel pumps anymore, so I've got an electronic one, and I should be fitting this blanking plate, which apparently holds the cam inside open. There's a cam in there, I don't know if you can see it. And yeah, let's see if we can let's see if we can get this running. I'd like to do a compression test on it first, see what we have, see if we can get this dynamo-starter working, because it actually doesn't have a starter motor. The alternator and the starter motor is in exactly the same like the same housing, as it were. So I'm going to stick you on the tripod and let's get started. Right, I think the first point of call, let's bring you guys in a little bit closer so we can see, is I think we need to take the plugs out. Let me just grab a plug spanner, which is right here, and let's take these plugs out, because I'd like to do a compression test. Oh, that one was loose. That one was loose. Oh, not that great. Doesn't look that good. I think we shall put a new set of plugs in here to start with. Oh, and that one's loose as well. Let's undo that. And, well, looks a bit better, but not great, I have to say. So we can put that in the trash. Right. The engine itself turns, so as you can see, I can turn that quite freely actually. So I'm not overly worried about putting anything in the bores. What I have done, let me take you off the stand for a minute. If you see, I've put there the blanking plate in for the fuel pump. So I should be running off an electronic fuel pump, hopefully, which should be ideal. I'd like to bring you guys down a little bit. Let me just see if I can bring you a little bit lower. You don't need to see my face, but it might be nicer for you to see what I'm doing. There we go. Is that a better view? You tell me. Yeah, I think that looks good. So first and foremost, we're taking the plugs off. It's free. As I said previously, I've replaced these. Let's do a little compression test on it. Let's just see what we have in the way of compression. Oh, I've also wired up these two leads here, as you can see, to the starter, right? So the starter is a dyno starter. In fact, let me just take the case off and show you, just for anyone that hasn't seen this engine before. So the top case comes off like so. And let's take this off. Let's swap this around. So that's the engine. Let's not look at the bike. So that's the engine. So this is the cooling fan, which blows air behind. One second, let me just straighten this out. That's better. So this is the starter motor, but also acts as a dynamo as well, so it does both. This blows the air behind. There you can see the cylinders, oil cooler, which is here. That's the oil cooler, and then you've got the cylinder on the other side there. So that's essentially how it works. And you've got the top cover, which obviously houses it all. Let's come to the back of the engine. Oh, so that's the back of the engine. So I've just wired these two cables up for the moment. One's ground, one's positive, just to see if, you know, if I can get any life out of it. Oil pressure switch is down there by the looks of it. I don't need that for the moment. This is a 4-bolt. I don't know for anyone that's interested. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts on the oil cooler, which apparently is an early one. It's not an early one. Sorry, it's not an early one. But anyway, let's shove you back on here. Let's spin you around again and give you a better view. So I think we're going to start off by trying the dynamo-starter. I can't remember which one of these I labelled as negative and which one was positive. So the blue is negative, as I thought. So let me just put the cover back on again. It looks better. So let's just let's click that on like that. And this one is the same. Okay, should be the same. There we go, like so. All right, I'm just going to go and get some power. And let's see if we can make this thing spin over. So I'm just using a jump pack at the moment, which I have on the floor, which I have here. Love a wider view, but I don't think I can get a wider view. Well, maybe that's better. There we go. So, excuse the mess. So, let's see what we can get out of this. So we have the positive lead here, which I shall hook up to here on my really beautifully horrible makeshift cables. And then we have a negative lead here. So let's first see if this thing will spin over. Okay. Jump back on. Let's have a look. Oh, nothing. Why have we got nothing? This is connected properly, I think, I hope. We shall see. Let's try it again. Oh, there we go. Okay, so she spins over. Very good. So we have a working dyno starter. So I think our next step is to find out and locate where I put my compression tester, which is here. And let's do a compression test on each cylinder. I'm not sure what they're going to be. I'd like to see 100 psi at least, but again, I don't know what this is going to be. I don't know what they should be, and I imagine that once it runs, it should the compression should come up. So I'm just going to find a insert which is the right size, which could be this. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can get this on here. So let's try and get this in the spark plug hole. Is this the right size? No. So I misjudged that one. So we want the size down, which is here. Let's see what we get now. It's nice to do a compression test before, because at least you can see what it's producing now, if it goes up, how much it goes up by, if it goes in, which I don't know if it is. Is it going in? Is it not going in? Ah, so that's interesting. That one's too small, yet this one was too big. Well, they are standard sizes. Let's try this one again. No, purely doesn't want to. What if we try it with nothing on there? What does that do for my life? Right, that's interesting. We have a compression tester that doesn't fit the spark plug holes. Okay. Right, so what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to put this directly on, and I'm just going to hold it into the holes and see what we get while I spin it over. So I'm literally going to just do that. There's no ignition, so there should be no chance of me getting a shock. Let's see what we get. Oh, help if I switch jump pack on. Right, let's have a look. So it's reading just over 75. Don't know if you can see that. I'm going to try it again because I can't get a very good seal on it. So let's try it one more time. Getting about the same, just over 75 on that one. Can't hold it very tight, but I'm hoping the compression will come up a little bit. Let's try the other one. Right, so let's come around this way. These leads are quite thin, they're getting quite hot actually. Let's try this one. This one, if we seat it in there. Ooh, much less. Getting 50. Now, again, I can't tell whether that's because it's not run for quite a long time. I don't know when it ran last actually. Or whether I just can't push this hard enough. But anyway, we shall see. We have compression. That's the main thing. Not as much as I'd like, but anyway, let's see. So I think first we should start by sticking some new plugs in, which I have here. Oh, let's take them out. So got two brand new plugs. So let's start by putting them in. I think that's our first point of call. Let's put these plugs in. Yeah, I think it's a weird angle here. It's just getting that compression tester in and threaded because I'm finding this hard to put in as well. Plus also bear in mind that I've just done that compression test without a wide open throttle because I can't hold the jump pack, the compression tester and the throttle at the same time. I'm good, but not that good. So yeah. So let's have a look. So let's put these plugs in. I think we need to make up some sort of ignition circuit. I have checked the oil. It has got oil in it. It is up to its maximum. It is up to the maximum point, which I suppose is a good sign. I will change it, but not till I know it's running, obviously. There are also a little couple of oil leaks in places, but again, they're not something I'm going to sort out yet till I know it's actually running. A few people have asked me, because I've sort of tried to, I put this up for sale. I was going to use it for a project. I bought it off a gentleman and I was going to use it for a project, and now that project's not happening. So I could keep it. I've been told it was from a Steyr Puch 500, so the original Fiat 500s in Austria. Now, I can't confirm that because I only know obviously what I've been told, but what I can say, and what a few people that I think tried to buy it off me cheap, kept telling me it's from an Invercar, which was like a cheap variant. But if I just bring you around here very quickly, because this seems to be the whole contention, is if you look at the flywheel, it's quite dark to see. It's got a proper flywheel with bolts. Now the Invercar, as far as I know, had a CVT box. So it didn't actually have a flywheel, it had a automatic clutch, and it had a completely different flywheel. So I'm very confident this is from a 500. I assume it's 500cc. Again, I don't know. Don't hold me to it, because I don't know enough about these engines to be able to tell you that. So what's our next thing? Well, I have somewhere, he says, somewhere, a set of leads and plugs for this, which I am going to change because these definitely look extremely ropey. So bear with me while I just look for my leads and plugs, because I put them somewhere and have no idea. Oh no, I've just found them. There we go. You don't have to bear with me at all. So here we go. We have a brand new set of leads and plugs, because, you know, let's give it the best chance, the best fighting chance it's got. So we have a short, we have a long. I assume the long is on that side. They're both right angles, yeah. So this is the coil. Yeah, look, these leads look absolutely nasty. So yeah, let's take this off. Let's put this one on here. Again, the gentleman I bought it off did say it was running. Now, I will take that with a pinch of salt, because there was a cork stuck in where the fuel pump should be, and I can't see how he ran that with an open fuel pump. I really can't. It would have been an oil bath, and there was no nut on the pulley. There's a few things I had to do to this, which I did off camera, but you know, what can you do? You buy things sold, unseen, tested or running. I mean, you know, this looks a bit dubious, I would say, wouldn't you think? But you know, you take your chances. I always wanted one of these for some reason, and I think it's quite a rare engine, so I think it's worthwhile. I think it's a worthwhile investment. So let's get this lead fed through under here. Let's see how this goes through. Okay, goes through a little hole under there. So how does one get that out is the question. Maybe you have to pull the boot off first. I don't know. Oh, or the whole end's come off. Okay, that wasn't exactly what I was looking to happen. See, these have ends like this, and the boot comes off. And the only way I can see, it's a tiny little hole back there underneath the dynamo-starter, underneath the bracket. So I'm not quite sure how that's supposed to work, because this won't come out of there at all, and that's going to rub on there. So I'm not sure how that's meant to work, to be fair. I can't really work that out, unless anyone's got any ideas. It's a bit odd, really. Got a short end and a long end. I assume that goes onto the plug. Look, if you look down here, can you see? There's this piece that looks like it goes into the distributor. This looks like it goes into the spark plug, but I still can't work out how I'm meant to get that through that hole. Does that come out of there? Maybe. But then how do I get it? Oh, I'm taking my chance and I'm pulling this out. Oh, because I think, well, let's have a look. Let's see what we are. Oh yeah, there you go. So that is the end that goes on the plug. So I've just pulled that out of the rubber boot, because there's a hole that runs behind this pulley here, and yeah, there we go, and it comes out this way. It stops it from rubbing on the pulley. So let's stick this on here like so. Yeah, I would think that's the way it should go. I'm going to put a bit of silicone spray in here, because I think it's going to be quite hard to push in otherwise. Put a wee bit of silicone spray on here, and let's push. Oh, there you go, it slides in beautifully. There we go, and that's on. So that, does it go around the top? Does it go around the side? I think they're a bit long, but never mind. And that goes onto the plug like that. I think I want to bring this that way, bring it back a bit like this. I'm not quite sure how that would have been routed. I need to look at some service manuals, but that definitely looks a little bit too long for my liking. But for the moment, so be it. The other plug lead, which is here, just sits outside. Again, it's got some weird boot on it, but anyway, we have a new lead, which is here. It almost looks the same as that lead. Okay, so that goes into the plug side there. Yep, there we go, that clicked home. And this goes on here. Again, I feel like they're a bit too long, but for the moment, I suppose it doesn't really matter. So let's try and get this into here, which of course it doesn't want to go. Come on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't like that at all because I don't know how it would have sat in the car, but it's pushed up against there. And if I twist this round, I don't know, it just doesn't, don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm being a little bit too fussy. And then that's on the coil. Assume the coil is all right. I haven't yet checked. Just spin it over with the plugs in. Let me just see how it sounds. If it sounds like it's got compression or no compression. Let's see. Yep, that definitely sounds like it's got compression. So let's switch the old jump pack off. So I think the next thing would be to check the points. Let's see what we have for points. So negative coil, I assume this is the positive. So okay, that's the positive of the coil, right? So let's bring you down a little bit. I don't know why it's flipped up like that, but anyway. So yeah, we have coil connections here. They're probably not the best, but okay, the coil is strapped onto there, so that's fine. We have no exhaust on. I have an exhaust manifold, but you know what? I'm gonna be naughty and try and start it without the exhaust manifold on. Let's see what condition the points are in. Okay, rotor arm points. I don't know what the points gap on this should be, but they are opening. Let me grab a torch. Oh. Let's have a look. They are opening. It's quite hard to see here. Let me just get a socket for that so it makes it easier to turn over, because I am struggling at the moment. Right, let's see what size. No, definitely not that. Let's see what we have the choice of. No, nearly. My estimation of socket sizes has gone down the drain. Nope. I would have thought it'd be a 32. What's that? 32? No. Oh well, I'm getting it really wrong today, aren't I? 30? No. So 27. Yes. Okay. 27. Interesting. But there we are. So let me just find a ratchet. There we go. Just makes it far easier to turn it over. We'll turn it over the right way as well, because I don't like turning things over the wrong way. And the points are, yeah, they seem to be opening and closing. Let's bring you guys in for a view. So if we have a look, where are they? Focus. Damn you, focus. Why are you not focusing? Oh, there we go. So, love my wobbly camera work. So, do you see that? Yeah, you can't really see, but yeah, they are opening and closing. So anyway, so points are opening and closing, which is always good to know. What I will do now So it's just this thought process. I will get a electronic light, 12-volt light that we can use on the points so we can see whether they are doing what they should do. So if I do that, if I disconnect that from the coil for the minute, put this onto the positive side of there, we should, and I connect negative to the ground of the engine, I should hopefully, where can we put it to? Here? Will that work? Should do. Let's see. Let's see if we have continuity. Oh, what happened there? Ah. Why is that running like that? Oh, because, okay, because ground is, okay. So that's interesting, guys. How do we stop that from happening? How do we stop that from happening? And how do we connect the coil? Because this must be isolated, because look, as soon as I put power to here, so as soon as I put the ground directly to the, ooh. So the ground from the coil, so that's really interesting. So why? Oh, now I'm confused, guys. Okay, I've solved it. So I've been doing it the wrong way. I've got the negative connected permanently. Okay, so disconnect the negative, the positive from the starter. Sorry, that was a little bit confusing there. I wonder why it started spinning over on its own. Okay, cool. So now I've sussed it out. Okay, so if I connect the, if I connect the negative of the coil, the positive of the coil, sorry, my bad, here, like so, and then I connect my test wire onto here, like so. Okay, and the negative of that is there, so technically this should only get 12 volts when the points close. So let's see what we have. Oh, okay, so we have 12 volts. That's good. So let's have a look, see what we get. 12 volts. Oh, there you go. You hear it spark. Well, the points are working nice. Okay. And spark, yep. Points are good. So let's switch that off. Points are very good. Cool. So we have spark, which is very good. So let me just toss that to one side for the minute. Should we go for a start? Should we put everything back together and go for a start? I don't have any fuel connected up to it at the moment, but I wonder what happens if we try with a bit of brake fluid or carb cleaner, because the next thing we need to do is get a fuel line up to it, which I don't have at the minute. Right, let me just open the garage door so we have a little bit of air in here, and let's see if we can get this thing to fire. So I will go and get some brake cleaner and I'll bring you guys back in a second. Okay guys, well, I have a bit of easy start that I've picked up for the moment, so I reckon I'm going to try that first, and then, well, let's see what happens. So really what I have to do is switch the power on. The negative side, oh, I don't need the negative side of the starter because it's ground. So all I need to do is touch this on the positive and it should fire up. Let's see what it does. Okay, let's see. You ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. Nope, there was nothing there. Okay, let's we got a choke on here. Yeah, that's the choke. There's a throttle. Oh, let's try it again. No, nothing. Why have we got absolutely nothing? What is going on here? Why have we got nothing? That's on. That's on. Let me just pull a plug and see if we actually got spark at the plugs, because at the moment don't seem to be getting anything at all, which is interesting. It's not even trying. I mean, I assume the plug leads are the right way around. All right, let's try and swap this around and see. I just want to see if we got spark, because maybe it could well be they're the wrong way around, because we got nothing at all. But I still would imagine. I don't know. Let's see. Is that wet? Not really. Let's see if that sparks at all. Let's put that on some metal like that. Right. Let's just see if we get anything with that or not. Is this on? No, it's not on. Now it's on. Yep, we have a lovely spark. Okay. So we have spark. Is it the right way? I don't know. I think we need to check because, well, yeah, I think we need to check. Let me grab. I think the easiest way is if I spin it a little bit. Right, that sounds like it's got compression on that side. So let's just see where this is coming up to spark. Yeah, looks right to me. Okay. Okay, so just isn't that much compression, to be honest. Let me try spraying some easy start inside the bores. And also sometimes I found that easy start doesn't really do much either, but it should have tried at least. It didn't try. Wonder if any of the valves are stuck a little bit, but we shall find out. Let's do this up. Right, let's attach this again, like so. That's definitely on there. Let's try again. Let's see what she does. Yeah, nothing. Why have we got absolutely nothing? Let me just grab a little bit of brake cleaner. Give me 1 second. So I've tried again. I've just swapped the leads around. I get a little bit of life out of it. I'm trying some brake cleaner at the moment in the carb. Probably not the best solution. And I have a little bit of wire here just to hold, oh no, maybe it wasn't that, it's here. Just to hold the choke open, or closed, shall I say. Which doesn't really help. My jump pack's getting a little bit low as well. Let's try it again. Yeah, something's not right, and it's running liquid straight out of the exhaust port. There's like brake cleaner just coming straight out, and I don't know why. So let's try it again. Yeah, it's trying, but it's just not quite getting there. I think what I'm going to do is pull the plugs out again, because I think it's going to make it easier to turn the engine. Something is going on there, and I would like to check the valve timing, because whilst it is making compression, I'm not sure why it's kicking so much out of this cylinder as a constant drip, which makes no sense. It's like it's sucking in too much, or it's just open. Doesn't smell of anything. It smells dry, which is very odd. So I didn't want to open these because I didn't want to ruin the gasket there, but needs must, because I need to really see. Oh, very windy outside. Oh no, I think it's my neighbour's camper van. Sounds like wind. So let's take this off and let's see what is going on in here. So first of all, this looks very, very dry. Let me bring you guys in to look at the valves. So this looks very, very dry in here indeed. So let's just see what these valves are doing. I'm trying to do this single-handedly. Let's see. Okay, that's the exhaust valve. That's the inlet valve. Okay. Quite a lot of free play going on there. That's a large, hang on, let's see if I can bring you in there. That's a large amount of backlash. Oh, that one's massive too. So I think the first point of call is adjusting the backlash. Let's try that. Okay guys, sorry about that. I had to go and help my neighbour with something. So we're back to this again. So I've just pulled the cover off, and I don't think that's meant to be like that. Yeah, right. So let's adjust these. I don't have any specs for them. I will probably later, but just like a starting point, I will just tighten them down to what feels, you know, to what feels good, and that feels all right. Much better. Right. Let me grab a spanner to tighten that up. What do we think that is? 10 mil? Looks like a 10 mil. Let's grab a 10. Of course, the 10 mil is the one socket spanner that goes missing. There we go, got it. Is that a 10? No. Would you believe it? It's not. Is it a 12? Yes. Could be Imperial actually, but I doubt it, because it's, well, anyway, that feels a lot better. So let's tighten that one down. Oh, it's not even 11. That's 12. So it must be 11. Well, that is, yeah, maybe it's Imperial. No, it's 11. Could be 11. There we are. So, yep, that feels good. That doesn't feel good. So let's, this one's right out as well. Wonder why. Now the guy I bought this off said it was running. I think it was running as much as I'm winning the lottery tonight, and I haven't even played. So yeah, I smell a rat there. So this definitely wasn't running. You never had this running at all. Would have been, I think, impossible. And it's a shame why some people just can't be honest. You know, as I said, I tried to sell the engine and I said it's not running. I've never had it running. So that's all right. I've left a tiny bit more on the exhaust side because obviously the exhaust side expands. But I mean, for starters, that to me seems okay. So let's put this rocker cover back on. I'm also a bit concerned, it's quite dry in there. I'm sure the oil pump's working, but it's still quite dry. Let's put this back on. That's the oil return there. I assume that's the oil return. And let's put this, is this in here? Yep, that goes in there. That goes in there. So let's do this back up again. And let's bring you guys round to the other side. Keep losing my tools, which is also not very good, is it? Ah, there it is. We just don't have enough space. Need more space, but hey, can't complain. So let's tighten up that side. What I am going to also do is just replace the spark plug in that side as well, just so we get no debris inside. All right, let's put that in here. There we go. Oh, no, doesn't want to. There we go. Always like to start these things off by hand. Saves the inevitable cross-threading. There we go. So, that's this side. Now the other side was down on compression. Wonder why. Let's have a look. Let's try and bring this engine round. Now I don't know if I can bring you guys round. Let me try my best. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so now we're going to take off the other side. Let's see what this has to offer. But I'm expecting this to be as loose as the other side, especially as this side had worse compression. And oh, it doesn't look very nice, does it? Put that there. Right, let's spin this round. Well, there seems to be, oh, there's no oil coming through. That side doesn't seem to be as dry as the other side. So if we spin this round again, I'm not sure how this fires. Let's have a look and see where TDC is. There, that's TDC. Oh, that side doesn't seem to be as bad, actually. No, that side seems to be okay, oddly enough. Very strange. Okay, so there's play that side, bit of sealant there, don't like the look of that. So I don't know, I'm going to put this back on again and I'm going to just check the timing. I'm going to see where it's firing, because I would imagine it should be at least 10 degrees before top dead center as a starting point. I don't know what it actually is, but let's see if we get any life out of this at all. I might have to recharge jump pack as I am running out of juice. 1 second, let me bring you guys back round. Okay, so we've done the valve timing now. My jump pack's getting a little bit low on power, but let's see if we can, I don't know, I've got no fuel. I need to get some fuel, but we'll do that tomorrow. Let me see if I can get it to pop off on a little bit of brake cleaner. Let's have a look and see what we get. Jump pack on. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, don't blow up. Oh, we have a bit of life. Ooh, that sounds extremely promising. I wonder if we can somehow hold the choke closed, because it has no choke. And I'm thinking, how can we hold the choke closed? That's the question. How can we hold the choke closed? We have some wire here. Let me try this. Put the old trusty brake cleaner there. Let's see if we can't choke it. Exactly as the word says, choke it. Let's hook it on here. Yeah, let's do that. Cool. Let's see. The choke's on now. Put a bit of brake cleaner in there. Let's give it one more whirl. 1, 2, 3. I call that a win. I call that a win. Right, well, I'm going to try and get a fuel system hooked up to it and some proper petrol, and let's see where we go from here. Anyway, see you in the next episode, I suppose. Bye for now.